And the premise of what the Buddha, his example, but also then what he taught, is to be harmless and to be helpful. And those are the guiding principles of what we do. There are all kinds of things in addition. We can pray, we can meditate, we can do all those things. We can do yogas, we can do tons of, prostrations and offerings of mandalas and keeping a shrine. We can do all those things. You can get as elaborate as you would like. And we encourage that. But the bottom line is harmless and helpful. The Buddha, I find all the time I'm very amazed by how simple the Buddha presented it. And yet we're not very simple, we're very complicated sorts, So we make it all complicated. We get all flummoxed about a thing like harmless. And instead of just practicing harmless, we have all the exceptions. But what about this? And what about that? And what about this? And what about, in the middle of the sleep? And what about, we can throw up lots of issues about it. But it's basically quite simple. It means just letting down your habit of harming others. Like putting down a weapon. It's not that complicated, you just put it down. And you instead try to do what you can to help. That's another side of it. The first part is being harmless, and the second part is being helpful. And that's really a principle for how we live our life. Very basic and really crucial. And if we dig a little bit deeper there, helpful means what? Because basically we aren't able to even help ourselves much. So what does that mean, helping others? It means cultivating more qualities to be able to help others. To put your best foot forward and to do what you can. Maybe you don't have all the answer, but you know what you can do. You can offer a glass of water. You can listen. Something so simple like listening. Most people can't listen. They really just long to be heard. If somebody would just listen, anywhere, someone would please listen, shouting at the rooftops, anything to be heard, anything we create, anything we do, please just listen. Listening is a very big power. It's a power of kindness. It's a power of helpfulness, to listen. And so the Buddha taught us to be harmless and helpful. And what our great gurus have taught us is that we should care about others more than ourselves. And that's what should wake you up in the morning. Waking up remembering, I belong to the family of the Buddhas. I have vows of harmlessness and helpfulness. I have aspirations that every being throughout the limitlessness of time and space could attain enlightenment. That's who I am. That's what I'm doing. And then go pee. You do need to pee. There is that. Nobody's saying you can't go pee, but when you do it, you go with this way. You go in this way to pee. You go in this way to make breakfast harmless and helpful. You go in this way to your meditation, which usually we do in the morning. Whatever your lineage, whatever the system you use, you go with this intention and aspiration that all beings throughout the limitlessness of time and space could attain enlightenment, be free of suffering, and that's why you sit down to meditate. That's why you dress. When you put on your clothes,